Welcome back to Mainly Golf Show. I'm Knockout Entertainment. I'm Jack Milner, joined by the Sticky Bandits, Hep and Marv. Marv's camera is allegedly not working. You may not want to see what's going on down there anyway. Hep has now come back a married man, ring included. Sorry, but
Winning in life.
he's off the shelf now. Never mind.
Sorry, women.
Will married Hep be picking a winner?
I mean,
Oh,
Hep only backs. Yeah, Hep's he's still yet to back a winner, has he, this season? Jesus
single
Christ.
hep.
It is
Noted.
the last week of the European Tour season, the DP World Tour season, as Rory McIlroy is on the cusp of claiming a seventh record-breaking, well, not record-breaking, a seventh Order of Merit title. He won behind Colin Montgomery. Um, Marv, he was very emotional last year when he leveled Seve with sixth. I think he's won two, three. Has he won? I think four, five on the bounce now. If he claims success this week, um, where does he stand in the pecking order of all-time European greats?
He's probably arguably already number one, but
That's a,
that's
that's a very Aidan O'Brien response. It's
yeah.
definitely possible this year.
When you factor in everything else, and I think if you were to rank it purely on European DP World Tour side by side, maybe not, but the game's the game's different to what it was however many
Yeah.
years ago. So, um, you have to remind me this week. How does it work with the points?
So basically, Marco Penge is more or less the only guy who can surpass Rory.
Okay,
I think if Penge wins, Rory has to finish outside the top five for him to beat
okay.
him. McIlroy's got so many points because the way he works on this tour is they get points for the bigger events, don't they? Anyway, so like
Mm.
a major or the players goes towards the overall order of merit. So I think Penge has won three times on tour this season. Hence why he's the only one in more or less consideration. But I mean, Rory will finish top five this week, and
So,
Penge isn't going to win.
so it's like a tournament within a tournament, kind of.
It's a bit
Yeah.
like the FedEx Cup and the Tour Championship stuff, but um, it's a bit more cut and dry. Like I just don't see Penge has won three lesser events this year, and the fact I mean, he's 20 to 1 this week. Uh, yeah, he ain't winning. And Rory's record round here, him being a 4 to 1 favorite, it's more or less done and dusted in my opinion.
Mm.
So we'll see. Heck, Rory. Oh, would you say it's been his best season thus far, even if he doesn't win this week, given the fact he's done the Grand Slam? He had his atonement in America with the Ryder Cup, and he won the Irish Open. He won around Pebble Beach. He won the Players. Does it get any better than that?
Um, I can't remember what he had a great one, didn't he? When he feel like I don't know when he was a much younger man, but I can't remember all the accolades that he won that year. But I mean, it's got to be
2014?
something like that. Yeah, I don't know. Like, did he win two majors in a year?
24, he won the Open and he won the PGA. And he also won the Bridgestone Invitational, and he won the PGA. He won the PGA at Wentworth as well.
So it's up there, top two. But yeah, maybe with the Ryder Cup and the Masters, it's the peak. And yeah, seems like he's going to keep going. We thought he might retire at the end of the year with it all ticked off and nothing else. Maybe he wants to go to that one Masters dinner and live the Masters weekend as a champion. But no, yeah, I mean, like you were saying, he's going to win the overall tour here. He's not going to, and then go level with Monty. And yeah,
It's a tricky one because like you feel like his entire career is built up to certain moments or certain achievements. He had to win the Masters, complete the Grand Slam. He's done everything with. I think been part of five, six winning Ryder Cup sides now. But it's how bad that they got beat around Whistling Straits. And he said in the press conference in Italy, "We are going to win in New York in
No,
2 years. If Europe did not win at Bethpage Black, he would have been absolutely. Rory was the one that came after as well. Um, so it's a feel like he has nothing to prove. So it's one or two things, isn't it? He's playing with complete freedom now because well, I've done everything. Like can't lose, free rolling now. Or it's the other way around of
we thought that last year that he seemed to capitulate a bit after the Masters. You thought, well, I know the media were getting on his back and all of this sort still about. I can't remember, but yeah, he's just thinking now he's got, like you say, he's got nothing to lose. He could just go out there in peak Rory
and
and
if you
just
look at if
destroy it this season.
looking back this, he finished off last week. I think he shot 62 in the final round in Abu Dhabi, ended up finishing T4.
Yeah,
The most McIlroy finish ever.
classic Rory.
Lower round to get a top five finish. Marv, you'd say he's very much a deserved favourite in Dubai this week, given his record.
Yeah, as you say, what is the price? It was about 4 to 1.
He's you,
I think
you,
four
there's a
to
little bit
two.
of fours left. He's more or less 7-2 across.
Yeah, it's one of those, isn't it? I think the tournament last week was a very low scoring. So I don't know if 4 to 1, even if you're a massive Rory fan, because you just have to shoot mega under par. I don't know if that brings more people in. So do I think 4 to 1 is fair? It's not for me.
Well, I mean, Rory McIlroy's not for you. On a sidebar, McIlroy's won 4 times this year, part of a winning Ryder Cup side. Scotty Scheffler won 2 majors, won the PGA, won the Open. Um, he won 6 tournaments this year, Scheffler. He won the Byron Nelson, won the
CJ
Memorial,
Cup, something
won
like
the
that.
BMW, and he won the that Mickey Mouse Pro Championship where all the Americans turned up. Would you say Scheffler has had a better season?
Again,
Won 6 times on tour, 2 majors, but was
well,
fucking dog shit in the
if
Ryder Cup.
if if you if you rank it season in isolation, Scotty's had a better year. If you want to throw in Rory's lifetime achievement award, then
What do you mean lifetime achievement award?
well,
The
it
Grand
is
Slam,
it,
right?
yeah, that's what, yeah.
Lifetime achievement.
If you view it as a tournament in isolation, he won the Masters. But
Yeah,
do you bring in the fact of the Grand Slam?
didn't Scotty have like 10 or 12 tournaments without finishing outside the top five? Just insane, just absolutely insane. But then, like I said, he won a point at the Ryder Cup. But
Yeah, that was embarrassing. His only point was beating Rory in the singles when Rory was mentally gone by that point. I think he was absolutely spent. Um, it's a tricky one, but I saw an interview with Ryan Fox, who, I mean, I've been a long time fan, right? New Zealand, big hit in Kiwi, who's made the transition to the to PGA Tour. And he basically put it as Scotty Scheffler's the best player on tour. But when Rory McIlroy is at the top of his game, he's the best player on tour. But the problem is for Rory, Scotty's more consistent and Scotty's more reliable. But Rory has that kind of X factor, which makes people want to watch him. Um, so it's a bit like Rory would be here, then here, whereas Scotty's just very steady and very good. And I thought
Well,
I've never heard anybody describe it like that. I thought
it's it's
that's probably
it's
fair.
that's a bit like, and you can get hot and win a cup competition, but a league competition is over a season.
Yeah. I mean, I
That
remember trying to. Gary Neville was on the. I don't know whether you two watched the Stick to Cricket with Michael Vaughan and Bumble and Alistair Cook. Um, they were trying to explain the current England side to Gary Neville in footballing terms, and someone was saying like Zach Crawley, like he's probably going to get out for like under 10, like 6 of those innings, 6, 7 of those innings, but the other three, he's gonna get a shitload of runs very quickly. And like when Rory's streaky, he's again like Sunday shooting 6 under, 10 under.
did they compare Crawley to on a football terms?
Uh, I can't
That's an
remember.
interesting one.
It was very,
Sterling.
it was very good. Fucking Raheem Sterling, that fish.
And
He's only
he,
like,
but he,
he's only 30.
he-
I think they compared him to Phil Neville originally, and he was
trying
like,
to,
that's not right.
oh, are we going back to historic players?
It was people who he played with
Yeah,
previously.
yeah, yeah.
Someone that's highly volatile.
Highly evolved, but somehow I think he compared him to Nani in the end.
Oh, yeah, yeah, I can see
Mm.
that.
It was really good. Check it out. Anyway, that podcast's better. Nah, it fucking ain't shit. Marv, you said you got two picks for the week. You've got that trusty pin out just in time.
Yeah, just a couple of minutes before I loaded up
Didn't
the
know
app.
what was going on. I'd already
So
gone to bed.
Oh
yeah,
yes. You're
I
not in a
just
cheesy poof induced coma, are you?
yeah, no, not eating any carbs today either. Day
Yeah, no wonder
one,
you're knackered.
yeah. Whether I survived day two is another thing. I have gone with Nikolai Hodggaard, pick one, and Alex Noren, pick two. Do you
Any
want the
reason why
reason
you're back in
behind
the
them?
Scandis in the glaring heat in
Well,
Dubai?
I looked at previous performance. I think Nikolai won it in 24. Noren was a runner up in 22. They both had solid weeks last week. And I just think I'm not going to try and hit a long shot. Just going to play it steady. I think Nikolai 16s and Alex is 22s. I'll just throw 2.5 points each way.
You've got the
Keep it
standings
simple.
there, presumably. How we looking this season?
I had to take in my work laptop and delete everything off the
It's fucking
desktop.
funny that ain't it? Because
Yeah.
you got tipped a winner all year. Just never
So
mind.
I was still ahead of you, dickhead. So we're starting a new spreadsheet now. Uh, but yeah, Marv was in profit, and me and you were both down, and you were down a lot.
I think that was what because of one golfer. It was because of that Ryan Fox
Ryan
Canadian
Fox, so I
Open,
Give
couldn't
me
wasn't it?
Ryan
ask you to
Fox, I
tip
think.
up. You didn't want to tip him up in the first place.
No, I didn't. I didn't know. You goaded me into going against two Canadians.
Yeah, that was a Canadian Open, but yeah, well, I'm going to tip up Mackenzie Hughes by fucking Canadian, isn't it?
Idiot, innit?
Ah, well, fucking great analysis. Imagine if we have to put this on like a Patreon or behind a paywall. People paying us for these tips.
So
Uh,
they don't come for the tips. I like to think they come for the comedy, but
Well, yeah, I think so. To Mal's point there, Nikolai Højgaard, 4 rounds of the 60s last week. He ended up finishing tie three, and Alex Noren was tied 17, started well with a 65 and tailed off near the end of the week. Mr. Hep, surely you just lump on Rory with your quiff winnings from the NFL on Sunday.
I mean, I did look at that. If I
Have you withdrawn the money, by the way? Have you trousered it?
no, not yet, not yet.
Ah, well, it's NFL, eh?
We still got to roll it up, We still got to
Show them
spin
at the
it a couple
weekend
more
as well.
times.
guaranteed a supercharge.
Well, now I'm into the NFL zone. I'm going to pick back-to-back Ackers.
That's how they get you.
But yeah, I did look at if Rory was available to I don't know, double up with maybe some of the NFL bets. But yeah, you probably should just lump it all on Rory. But I'm going to stay away from picking him on this podcast and go for Tommy as second favorite. Sixes just being scintillating form going back pre-Ryder Cup. Obviously continued it last week as well. Coming losing the playoff to Aaron Rye. But I think sixes is fair. He's going to be good. Like Marv said, I don't see any long shots winning this. It's going to be one of the top 10, I think. So yeah, I'm going to stay away from Rory and go Tommy Fleetwood, 5 points win for the first pick. And I'm going to go to my boy Ludwig at 14s for the next over 5 points, just on the nose. I think he can obviously play in anywhere he wants. To be honest, I haven't looked up what his history is at this event, but
What did we think of a Rory Tommy reverse?
Oh, he's got a great chance. I really do think he'd I like the Fleetwood pick. Tommy, he lives in Dubai now. This is his local course. I think he's got two kids. He said he moved out because it's just easier, schools and traveling, and I think he'll go back and spend whatever a week's back home. in the UK, but he moved to Dubai about 4 or 5 years ago. I think him and Lowry have places really close to each other. And the thing is, with Fleetwood losing last week, losing a player, I think he's one of the few players on tour would be like he'd be quite happy for Aaron, right? Like, Aaron's a great guy and he's played well this year. I'm happy for him. I can't see him kind of like begrudging himself or feeling like they're so sick, so deserved this, should have won it. Like, yeah, well, never mind. We carry on.
He's had enough second places in his life
he's won
be
the tour
used to, and
championship.
he's
He's a
got
star
his
10
man.
US
bags.
win now.
He's a star man for Europe in the Ryder Cup, and he won the tour championship. And he says, I just see it as part of an overall kind of progression. So it's one of those where I think you could do a lot worse than backing Fleetwood at sixes and Rory at fours and Dutching them and Marv probably being at least in a position to trade off at some stage. Like if one of them's going to go odds on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Toys just been lights out. Right.
what is the combined odds?
Well, fours and sixes. So I'm thinking if you stick 100 on Rory at fours and 75 on Fleetwood at say sixes, what's that? You're betting at 175 to 500. You're getting 2 to 1, 9 to 4, the pair of them Dutched.
Mm.
It's not a bad bet from my eyes.
Who's third favourite in the market?
Tyrrell Hatton, he's 10 to 1. I think he was second behind Ram a few years ago. I think he won this 4 or 5 years ago, if I'm not mistaken. But I think Tyrrell's had a long season because he's had to obviously do all the live golf commitments, and
Hatton is not
he's had
fun.
to try to sandwich the DP stuff whenever he can, and then
Mm.
obviously play the majors. So he's probably had a stronger schedule than most. And if you listen to the antics with him and Rambo and likes, that they've been getting right on the sauce whenever possible, just to make the fucking live golf entertaining. And
Well, yeah, another
his
day of it
workload's going
now.
to go up by a third next year, having to play an extra round. Bastard. Better check your contract here. So yeah, I would be jumping to go back Tyrrell around the 10, 12 to 1 mark. Marco Penge is the only person that can stop Rory McIlroy becoming a seven-time Order of Merit winner. I don't think that's going to happen. He benefited.
Sorry to. What did you price the dual forecast at?
I don't know the dual four. I mean, Dutch in the pair of them about 9 to McIlroy or Fleetwood to win is about 9 to 4.
It's 16 to 1 for the dual forecast.
That's in either order as well.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, let's get that 365 account back, please. Come on, that mortgage is fine. Yeah, come on.
It's 30s for Rory to beat Fleetwood, and 35s the other way. But
That's
yeah,
too big, isn't it?
16s for the reverse is that's a very nice price.
I'll send you some cash after this.
Well, I can't get it on Quiff, so
Well, obviously,
Quiff don't even have a fucking outright market for either of the tournaments. Never mind dual forecast.
you can't even bet each way with Quiff on golf. It's fucking embarrassing. You've got to back someone for a top five fit. I've brought this up numerous times. Anyway, bigger prices. It's hard to find. Andy Sullivan's had a good few weeks out on that swing. He's about 75 to 1. He's got a good record out here. Laurie Cantor played really well last week and then struggled on the back nine on Sunday. He's too big around there. He's 80 to 1 with 365. That's far too big. But we've got to pick two players on my. Okay, I'll put a point each way on Laurie Cantor at 80 to 1, just for a bit of place money. And I'm going to go 4 points each way on Rasmus Højgaard. He was second here 12 months ago behind Rory. Obviously part of the European winning Ryder Cup side in America. I think, given the fact he played shit and was benched very quickly, he'll have a bit more motivation now. I think he will think I've got to be part of this team again in 2 years' time at a day manner, and
Eastern Pie.
I need to pull my finger out. So I think he'll be kind of remotivated to play well again. His brother's got a good record around here. His twin brother, who Marv's put up, Nikolai, but I'm going to go to the Højgaard. 4 points each way on Rasmus at 20 to 1, with some good bookmakers and a few bad ones as well.
What was your Cantor price?
80 to 1, point each way. Cantor, quarter the odds, first five with Denise Coates and company. Get that in your spreadsheet, Mr. Hep.
It's down, buddy. Winners galore.
Marv, I'm guessing you haven't had a look at the PGA Tour this week.
I couldn't even tell you what tournament it is.
It's the Bermuda Championship.
It's one of your
Is it?
favourites.
Is it really worth?
It's not worth a look, no.
No.
Your
Giving you
boy
the second favourite.
Rico, fuck it, Rico Hoey's favorite. How?
Yeah,
I
that
saw Ben Griffin won last week.
Mr.
I did.
Aviators himself. He played really well as well. He birdied five on the spin. My boy's been well back this week. Nico Echevarria.
Yeah. Patrick Rogers, another one of your boy at 30s.
Patrick Rogers was he posted a score early, didn't he, last week?
Yeah, he got 6, I think, in the end.
Tied fifth in the end. Marv, your favourite, Matt Wallace is there.
Is Harry Hall in this?
Fucking Harry Hall.
Harry Hall's too good for this, man.
No,
Is
no,
he?
Harry Hall. He's giving himself a week off.
That amateur Luke Clanton's at 52.
Harry Higgs is there instead, 125. Manasero's 150. That's a big price.
This is a Corn Ferry Tour event, this isn't it? Really?
Francesco Molinari at 200 to 1.
You got a nice holiday in Bermuda for it.
Beautiful. Huh? I think they used to be part of the World Poker Tour. I remember that used to be on Challenge. They always used to go to these dodgy tax haven places like Bermuda or fucking Virgin Islands. Like, hey, this does not look good. And then I moved to Gibraltar like 5 years later. So what do I know?
You know, some Luke Clanton.
Luke Clanton, yeah. What price is Luke? How is Rico Hoy favorite? That's ridiculous.
Whee!
Uh, Victor Perez probably. Sammy Valimaki played really well last week, and that tie to finish pretty much gets him his tour for next week, for next season. So he's probably playing with a bit more weight off his shoulders. He's 45 to 1 with Fred, so that's too big.
Big shoulders as well.
So he's a big fat fin, isn't he? I love him. But just to reiterate, Rory McIlroy will become a seven-time Order of Merit winner this week. Marv will be delighted. Heck would be delighted when he finishes second to Tommy Fleetwood.
Eighth?
I'll be happier when Laurie Canty gets a bit of place money. But we'll be back next week for a review of the DP World Tour season. Marv will actually have his camera on, and Hep
Well,
will hopefully have picked a winner. Let's see. I've been twigged.
One time, baby.
And we'll see you all very soon.